Welcome back to the Grand Slam channel. Today is Thursday, May 29th. Overall, a pretty light day for sports. We got two WNBA games, a couple MLB games, and obviously we have one NBA game. Gonna do one light slip on NBA, mostly gobbies, but NBA has been a poor product, and I don't plan to lose any more money on that. Another blowout, elimination. T-Wolves didn't even show up. 99% of bettors were on Anthony Edwards points to go over 26.5. He ended up with 19 in an elimination game. Blown out over 35 points in the first half. Just an embarrassment overall. Alexander went 0 for 8. He was my play of the day as long he was the most popular play on the price picks on DG Fantasy. Everything was over on him and he shoots 0 for 8. When we move on, I'm gonna stick to mostly WNBA and MLB for the rest of the season. For those who follow NBA, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna pass on that. WNBA is more competitive. There hasn't been any blowouts in WNBA. Obviously, you still gotta put in the research for the WNBA props. But we're gonna move on to MLB first. Since one game's about to start, we do have a doubleheader with the Phillies and Braves. So we're gonna move forward with the afternoon, late evening games. You only have a couple MLB games. Thursday is light. Zach Wheeler, going with him. 5.5 strikeouts. Be taking that. He's been cashing for me every time I take his Gobby. He's been averaging between 6 and 8 strikeouts per game. Going against the Braves should be a good series. Should be competitive. Zach Wheeler, 6 strikeouts. I believe he is opposing Chris Sale. 5.5. I'm also taking him. Should be a good matchup. I see it as a pitcher's duel, so I'll be taking both of these guys. Their both lines are at 7. You can take the overs on that, but I prefer their Gobbies at 5.5. If you want a higher paying out Gobby, they have a 6.5 for Chris Sale. Wheeler just has 5.5, I believe. He doesn't have a 6.5, but the 5.5 is probably best for him anyways. So you got those two, and one sneaky pick is Jacob Lopez, 2.5 against the Blue Jays. His regular line at 3.5 is solid. I think it's going to get bumped to 4, so if you want to take it, take the over on the 3.5. I'm going to play it safe, given the disaster class of NBA yesterday. Trying to build that bankroll. Mackenzie Gore, 5.5, definitely taking that as well. Been averaging 7 strikeouts a game. Last 5, been averaging 8. Seattle does strike out a lot. His original line, I believe he's all the way up to 8 now. So that might be an under. It was at 7.5 right before I started this video, so it's up to 8. I'm just going to stick to one of his gobbies. Let's head on over to pitching outs. And they took the prop I wanted. So we're going to avoid that. We're going to head on over to pitcher fantasy score, see if we find any value. Emerson Hancock, 22.5. He might just clear that line. It's going to be close. So nothing good besides the pitcher strikeouts. Like I mentioned, very light slate for MLB. As far as the hitters, since we do have a lot of aces going today, it's going to be tough for the hitters. I think the only one I like is Jacob Wilson. He's been a hitting machine, batting over 350. But they don't have a regular line for him. They just have a 0.5 or 1.5. Jacob Wilson definitely taking. That's probably the best hitter on the board. And he's going against Jose Barrios. So that's probably the only hitter I like for today. So let's head on over to NBA for a quick couple props that I do like. Most likely I'm just going to go with their gobbies, but I do not like NBA. Miles Turner, points, Gobby. I mean, he's got to get 10 points, right? Tyrese Halliburton, just go with the wagon. Assist. Gobby. His regular line is probably at 10. He is still at 10, so 10.5 is best option for him. He's gone over every single time with the exception of once. this is a 50-50 game. Is Indiana gonna come out and shut them out, close out the series in New York, or are they gonna just play it safe and win it at home for Game 6 and let New York win this game? Is Jalen Brunson going to take over? I mean, he's taken over. He scored 43 points and he still lost the game twice. Him scoring over 35 points. So just stick with the wagons. Miles Turner, Halliburton, Siakam. I suggest you take their gobbies for every prop. Find better props on WNBA or MLB and just pair it up for a double up with the favorite gobbies for NBA. 17.5 and twice he's got 17, so you can either have the good Siakam or the bad one, 30, or the 17, 39, 17. So it's just been weird for NBA. So those are the only props I like. Let's clear the board and head on over to WNBA. At least on WNBA, the games are competitive. If I lose, I lose. The reads were still there. The games were competitive. And I'm going to go with Natasha Cloud. Last time she did not hit for me, but the first week of WNBA season, she was a wagon. So for Natasha Cloud, I'm going to go right back to her. I have her as a bounce back game. She had a pretty bad game against the Valkyrie. She's going against the Valkyrie once again, so this is a perfect time to bounce back. Going against the same team you struggle with. So Natasha Cloud, I think anything's in play. I mean, 12.5 points is solid. PRA. This is pretty weird. They have 2 PRAs here at 23.5s. Let's check her fantasy. Rebounds and assists is also in play. She's cleared that line every single time, especially that off game. So that might be the best prop right here. The rebounds and assists, followed by her points, and then her fantasy score. So either of these two will be a good for Natasha Cloud. Next up, we're going to take the rookie. And I've been very careful with her, choosing her, given that she's her first season. But she's a stud. She's going to be a superstar in this league. If not, she's already is. So Paige, I think everything's in play. Right now in DG Fantasy, her high rating prop is her fantasy score at 53%. So overall, I think she's going to have a good game. Going against Chicago, I mean, they're winless. Dallas playing pretty decent. So I think Paige does her thing, and she has a good game. So her fantasy score is probably her best prop. Her assists, rebounds is also in play. I've been taking her rebounds. She's been cashing her rebounds with the exception of Minnesota, but Minnesota do have a lot of bigs. Chicago, all she has to worry about is Angel Reese. So Paige, overall, I think she's going to have a good game. She went off on points. So I think her points is definitely in play as well. And for Angel Reese, the only thing I like taking from her is her rebounds. And I'm going to go right back to it, 10.5. She is a rebounding machine. Not much of a shooter, but she can rebound. She can definitely rebound, so I'll be taking that. Next up is Breanna Stewart. And I'm still waiting for her to have a massive game. She is a stud on the Liberty. She still hasn't gone off. She had decent games. With the exception of the opener where she went off at 36. That was a good game, very competitive. But the past couple of games, I mean, she has a lot of key role players, a lot of help on her team. Big reason why they're the champs. Breanna Stewart, I think her rebounds and assists, 10.5. This is very low. She's got to go off. I mean, last season she was at 12.5 on her rebounds and assists. So I'm still waiting her big game. So I think anything for Breanna Stewart, I think her Gabi will probably be best. But one more sneaky play that I like is going to be Kayla Thornton. And that's going to be on the Valkyrie. Obviously, Valkyrie is a new expansion team. But Kayla is beginning to take the #1 role. And I'm going to go with her. Kayla Thornton for points. Everything's in play for her. Rebounds is solid, 5. So Kayla Thornton and fantasy score. Either or, fantasy score or points. So the better value is so much better on WA as of right now. So most of my slips will consist of WNBA. So these are the props I like. So you guys can mix and match what you like. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Appreciate the support. If you're interested in the Discord, where all my slips are posted across all platforms, the link is in the description below. Other than that, have a great day and see you guys in the next one.